Welcome back to MMA Mathletes. My name's Sean. This is Joe. We're two casual MMA fans who happen to be degenerate gamblers. Come join us while we chase the perfect parlay each week. This week, we're breaking down UFC Baku, Rafael Fiziev versus Manuel Torres. And if you enjoy our content, make sure you're subscribed and hit that thumbs up button.
All right, guys, we always start off by saying we got mopped, but this time we actually didn't get mopped. That was pretty cool. Didn't hit the perfect parlay. We're off by 2 on the prelim one, but we did hit a perfect main card, which wasn't a huge payout. But then your boy was like, hey, second round knockout for Navajo Sterling, second round knockout for Vinicius Oliveira, and then also knockout by Manel Kopp, and it hit. It hit.
It did hit.
It was on our spicy parlays, which is in our Patreon. It's going to be patreon.com/MMA Mathletes. But we're over the moon right now. We just hit 2 good parlays. I mean, that just keeps us going. We're going to just keep trucking on to get that perfect parlay. And maybe we get this week. This week is a weird one. We're going all the way across the world, all the way to, is it Azerbaijan?
Yeah, Azerbaijan.
Like, that's insane. Super far away. People are flying from Peru to there. Some people are already there. I think the card's at like 6 a.m. or something like that here. I don't know, man. Time zones are all over the place. But it's going to be a really good fight card. Let's get into this past fight card. We had Kopp versus Horiguchi 2. Man, what'd you think about that card as a whole?
Honestly, that card, you said it so well on the live stream. It was like perfectly paced. I think they did such a good job of just like leveling up each fight. So like the intensity just kind of like started mounting. Almost like an actual like numbered event where you're just like, you get to Manel versus Horiguchi and you're like, all right, this is it. This is the show. You know?
Yeah.
They did such a good job on that.
You know how like DJs, they start at like a base level and a really good DJ just slowly builds the beats per minute till eventually it's up here. That's kind of how the fights went like the entire time. And it's also like, it's similar to when you have a parlay and like, let's say it's a 10-leg parlay just for, just to say. And if you got the first one, you're like, oh man, whew. First one's out of the way, you kind of feel relieved. Second one comes and you're like, oh man, this is kind of building. It's kind of like the same build. Yeah. Even though we were out of our perfect parlay, I was like, man, I just feel so good about this one parlay hitting. And when Navajo went into the second round, I was like, here we go. Here we go.
For a second, I was like, here we don't go.
Dude, I was scared for the Vinicius one too. His whole foot was like giving out the entire time. And then especially at that last second, he hurt his foot, plants on his foot, and you could see in his face like, bro, I need to go at this moment. I need to get the knockout. I need to get him out of here, or this is going to be a rough third round.
I might not get off the stool.
Off the streets.
Off the stool.
Yo, but for real, that was a great card. That was a very fun card to watch. There was a robbery. We just gotta nip this one in the butt.
Yeah, I mean, we're technically off by 1. I don't care what anyone says. I think that was 2-1 Michael Aswell. You can give him the split decision win. You can give him the split decision loss. But the fact that you give him
30-27?
30-27.
That's crazy.
That's absolutely criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for both fights were pretty close as well. I mean, Andrey Lima got fraud checked like a motherfucker. Like that was crazy.
Real bad. That was real bad.
That was so bad. Borjas, dude, you gotta give him his flowers. He was there to fight.
Being a guy who is 1-4.
Yeah. The thing that annoys the shit out of me, so you have Andrey Lima, he gets clipped in the first round. Mm-hmm. Okay. He gets fully stood up, like, deer in the headlights look, goes to his corner. They're like, dude, you were winning until you got clipped and you weren't winning. And then you're like, okay, cool. No worries. I'm going to get back out there. Why are you still trying to stand and bang with this guy? This guy's obviously going to outstrike you. Like, because you already have it in your head. You already got hurt once by this guy. I could get hurt again. Like you start getting that like self-doubt creeping in. Bro, just take it to the ground. Your ground game is better. He didn't start trying to take it to the ground until it was too late. Until it was the second half of the third round. And he only has a couple minutes to try to figure it out. Like, what are you doing there?
100%. And then he got on that leg kick way too late. He started early, and then he really committed to his shots like really late. And then it finally hurt Kevin. And then he's like, oh no, Kevin's hurt. Let's just not go back to leg kick ever again.
Yeah. Just very low IQ moves on there.
It's not that Andrey Lima, like, that he lost. It's that he lost to someone he should have beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Very beatable opponent. I mean, it is what it is. I'll take that one on the chin. But I got to tell you, the Aswell one, bit of a pill to swallow. That's all I'm saying.
100%. I mean, and then also, I don't know why he, like, just went, like, sprinting in the first round. Like, the first half of the first round, he wins. He's winning that fight.
Yeah.
100%. And then it's like kind of an even exchange for the rest of the round, I feel. I don't know how they give Gaston that round at any point. Because, I mean, my math is just not mathing on that. So he's winning clearly in half of it. Plus, it's like a 50-50 on the rest of it. That's like a 66-33 split in my head. I mean, maybe I'm just like not all there, but
I also think that as well, he sat him probably like 6 or 7 times in there. And then Gaston sat as well, maybe 2 times. You know what I mean? I mean, Gaston, he looks really good at that weight class. He should definitely stay at that weight class. I don't know, man. As well, when do we ever see him go for finishes, go for broke, like right away? It's like he usually, like I was saying, he usually peppers people up for a few rounds, and then he goes in there and starts cracking and cracking and cracking, you know? Yeah. And he just didn't. That was kind of weird.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he had an injury, undisclosed injury, so he's like, maybe I have to try to put him out as fast as possible. I mean, it just like it was a clear second round I give to Gaston, and then the third round I give to Aswell. It's crazy that someone gave Gaston the third round.
Oh, gave him all the rounds. There was like, dude, he's only winning, guys. Stamp, stamp, stamp. Yeah.
We're moving this guy to the fucking moon.
Yeah. It's just insane because anyone who has power in that division, I mean, they're going to sit him. I just feel like Gaston, he doesn't move. He has no head movement. Mm-hmm. I think he has a cap, and it's not a very high cap. You know, he has a lot of power, and he relies on that power. He has a very powerful kick, very powerful hands, obviously, and a high guard. And that's about it. Nothing very... He's just like someone that's in the division.
And he also just highly benefited from Michael Aswell not being able to be in a switch stance as well. Yeah. He could only be in orthodox and be in that open stance. It looked like he felt pretty uncomfortable being in that open stance position with Gaston. When he goes up against someone that, can either do the switch and go to southpaw, or they're someone that can actually fight a southpaw, I think he's going to have a lot of problems.
True, 100%.
And I think that he's going to have problems with, obviously, a grappler, especially if it's going to be open stance. That single leg's going to be there all day.
Speaking of grappling, dude, how good did Bia look?
Dude, how good did Bia almost not look?
Dude, she almost got fucking starched. Dude,
she almost got highlighted. She was about to be on SportsCenter.
Why are you striking?
Dude, bro.
Why are you striking?
I was so mad.
Yeah.
I mean, she stings her, right? But then she puts a 3-piece on her, and she's just like looking like a fawn, dude. She looked like not there.
I am a fawn.
Yeah.
Dude, crazy though.
She is so... I mean, I can't express how lucky Bia is that Melissa decided the stupidest thing ever, which was to try to grapple and clinch her. That was the dumbest move she could have done. She should have just framed on her and then just kept on going. She would have won that fight. That would have been a huge upset. We would all be like, oh my gosh, have we been overlooking Melissa Mullins this whole time? Look how good those hands are. And then she got submitted, and now she's just another victim for Bia.
No, dude, like, I remember when Bia fought last time, I was the only one that was like, dude, Bia's got dog shit hands. And then she goes and almost puts out whoever she was fighting. I can't remember. Rendon on the feet. I was like, damn, son, she has some power in her hands. She's getting her striking together, like, sick. And then the ground game, I was like, I knew she was going to be able to submit anyone. And then when she goes and gets to the ground in this fight, one thing I appreciate is as soon as she gets to the ground, she's like, I'm getting to a submission. She's not like, I'm going to be here and I'm going to hold guard. And no, active on the ground, active, throwing up submissions, immediately setting up shit. That's why she is who she is. That's why she gets to where she's going. If you go to the ground and you have her on the bottom, she's on top, she's on the side, wherever she is, she's dangerous. Immediately, she goes in, she cuts an angle, sets up that armbar. Beautiful performance. Big fan. I'm very happy that she won.
Yeah.
Next, You know
who has really good hands and can submit like a motherfucker?
Dude,
Magomedov, dude. Dude, he is like that's who I want Movsvar to be, but he's not.
Yeah.
Like he has a sick ass like kickboxer
sick style, dude.
Yeah, like he almost looks like Street Fighter out there, Like he looks like he's like fucking Ryu. And then it comes in, hurts Melsick, got hurt by Melsick, to be fair. Melsick is also a world champion kickboxer, is to be expected. But then hurts Melsick, gets him to the cage, gets his back, ultimately gets the fucking twister.
Yeah, doesn't even go for the rear naked. He's like, I got something for this. He goes and he talks to DC afterwards and goes, yeah, I've been working on that. My brother and I were just doing that, or my cousin or whatever he said. I'm just like, you were practicing this pseudo twister thing? Like, dude, that's crazy. Because I guess it's not technically a standard twister.
Yeah, it's a modified or
but it's still a twister.
Oh, and it looked like it hurt like a motherfucker.
Bro, when he was tapping, I was like, I think he's tapping on his back, dude.
Yeah.
And then they called it. I was like, fuck.
Dude, that's the worst when you can't, like, the person can't see the tap or they can't feel the tap and they just keep on going. You're like, dude, no. Verbal.
I'm going to get that. I'm going to get that this week. Well, I get into that position so much. And I always think about that. And I'm like, man, I wish I can get the twister from here, but I don't think I can. And I feel it every time. I'm like, I could probably get it from here. I could probably get, and I don't. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I think I'm going to start trying that because, I mean, that just seems too good to be true.
It's too good to be like, because it's like a position that you're not paying attention to, essentially.
When you're, and you mean when you're in defensive mode?
Yeah, because you're fighting the hands and stuff like that. You're not paying attention to the guy, like letting you kind of slip off to the side and then him just kind of coming over to you. Like you're thinking, oh, he's probably just going to try to get on mount, and then we get into a different exchange.
Yeah.
We're not thinking, oh, he's about to crack my fucking ribs.
Yeah. My back is about to be blown out, not in a fun way.
Yeah, dude. Pause.
Dude, and then you have, who's the best fight on the card?
Who's the best fight on the card? Oh, man. I don't know. Who is the best fight on the card?
Dude, I don't know. I think the Feely fight was
honestly,
incredible.
that should be fight of the night. You're right.
That was such a good fight.
That was a great fight.
The whole time it was back and forth. And everyone was like, dude, Feely's going to win. And I was like, am I missing something? And then he was like cracking Vinicius. I was like, damn, son. How big is Vinicius, though, for that weight class?
Vinicius is big for that weight class, but I think that if there's a full fight camp Andrey Feely, that might be a different fight.
Well, the thing is, though, I say this every time. It's a different fight for both guys because he wasn't training for Andrey Feely. Yeah. You know what I mean? So he's going to train completely different. Yeah. But this guy's fucking bones are made of glass or something. This guy's always breaking shit. Yeah.
My issue is that it's because Andrey Feely wasn't able to get like a good enough cardio built up for the fight. Mm-hmm. Like he wasn't in training mode until 2 weeks before the fight. Then he has to do the big weight cut, all that stuff, versus Vinicius being in a full fight. Like, obviously, styles.
He might be conditioned better, but he has a completely different game plan that he has to throw out the window.
I completely agree with that. But, like, also, like, he just rips to the body. He's like, oh, easy. Like, he doesn't have, like, the conditioning that I have. I'm just going to rip to the body. And you saw it in the fight. Like
he wasn't thinking that till later, though.
Yeah.
That was definitely a later mindset. Man, I am not a fan of, like, these, like, Brazilian fighters that come in and they try way too hard. Yeah. They try to be like cool. It's like, and then eventually it's cool until you get fucked up. And then everyone's like, what an idiot. Why'd he look like an idiot the whole time? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm just not a fan of people that like pressure people and then they don't throw
anything.
Any volume.
They don't throw anything.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Like why? Like if we saw anything from last week, Alex Pereira, he had that issue where he would be in boxing range in the danger zone and then not throw anything and not really respect his opponent throwing. And it's like, dude, you really can't do that with these fighters. Like, I understand, you can like bob and weave and you can do all this shit. But these people, like Andrey Feely is not a guy you want to do that to. Dude, he fucking cracks.
Dude, those jabs were adding up.
Oh, 100%. The body kick in the first round.
The right hook in the first round.
Yeah.
Where he put Vinicius on notice. I was like, fuck. Yeah, the body kick, though, when he had him cowering, I was like...
Yeah, dude. I thought it was over. I thought he just liver shotted him. His legs were going to go out. And I was like, oh,
no. He needed to win my parlay, Sean.
That's true.
And he did. Yeah, the whole time. Well, the reason I was thinking Vinicius second round is he does like to play with his food quite a bit. And I mean, Andrey, he looks so good in the first round of all of his fights. So I figured in the second half of the second round, he was going to be able to crack him. And he did. He eventually got him out of there. So thank God he did because he was getting hurt like shit.
Oh, yeah. If it went to the third round, I don't think he wins that fight.
Yeah. And then you have Navajo. The reason I thought Navajo was going to win is I figured that Eugene was going to have him go out there, try to do his best, not overcommit to anything, just survive so they could figure out all the reads at the stool, come back in, and then get the knockout. That was my mindset. Kind of a different way it played out, but it played out similar to what I was thinking. And then Cop, I had no idea, but I'm telling you, I was thinking third or fourth round.
Dude, to circle back to Navajo, dude, that fight IQ of his is questionable.
questionable at best.
Yeah, at best. Like, I just don't understand. It's the same thing as Andrey Lima, right? Andrey Lima, you get hurt on the feet and you have better grappling than them. Try to grapple with them. See what happens. You know, it might open up your offense on striking. Dude, if you got put in a really bad position on the ground, maybe just strike with the guy. Especially if every single time you touch him, you just see him kind of like fucking just go limp for a second. Dude, keep touching him. That's probably the way, the path of the victory, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, I just don't know what you're doing. Like, if that's your strength, just lead with your strength.
Some guys are like, I don't want to be known as just a striker. Who gives a fuck if you're known as just a striker?
Dude, strikers get the paychecks.
It's better, it's better to be putting people on. Everyone's like, your grappling sucks. And then you go up against a grappler who's underestimating your grappling and you show the world rather than always showing everything you have. Why are you showing all of your cards? Because now everyone's like, don't have to be worried about his grappling.
Yeah.
Terrible thought process.
Yeah, you're giving people too much game plan ideas.
Yeah. But on an even bigger note, I have been doing dog shit on my locks of the week. This is 2 weeks in a row.
Good for you.
Ding them.
Mine did not.
Sean O'Malley KO. And then Levon, how do you say his name?
Levon Chikeli.
Levon Chikeli KO. Both of them hit. And it's exactly how I said it was going to happen. I said he was going to come out, hit him a couple times, he's going to shell up, and then he was going to tee off on him, eventually get the TKO. First round is what I was thinking, but I didn't want to say that. I was like, I'm just going to do KO.
Yeah, I just didn't know that Hyder and Mills.
Oh, what a weird fight, dude.
I just didn't know he didn't know that you need to keep your hands up in a fight.
If you didn't know, his lock of the week last week was split decision by Christian.
A split decision. Just regular decision.
Okay. Mine was split decision.
Yeah, that was you're spicy.
But honestly, though, it would have been split decision if it was real Hyder and Mill.
100%. Hyder and Mill, like, he just decided not to put that hand up at any point. Like, Christian Rodriguez's head kick
he must have been
from
sick.
Open stance was literally on command.
But he was sick, probably.
Maybe, yeah.
He looked like he was fighting the flu.
I mean, he was sick in the previous fight.
Who did he fight last time?
I can't remember Jamal Emmers, I believe.
Did he beat Jamal?
Yeah. But it was like a decision, and it was like just not a fun fight to watch.
Oh, that's right. Jamal didn't go in that one.
Yeah.
We're like, go Jamal, and then he was just stopped.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
seeing a theme here.
Yeah, it's just a frustrating. That was a frustrating outing for Hyder and Mill.
Christian just all of a sudden wants to start finishing fights.
I think if I was a fighter and I'm looking at what's going on in the UFC with like all these cuts and stuff like that, I would be like that. Oh, I'm a decision merchant, and all these people that are decision merchants are starting to get cut, and like the first time that they lose or anything like that, I'm not gonna take that chance.
I mean, that's a good way to think.
I'm just saying.
Because I mean, dude, that head kick placement, damn.
Yeah.
That what's called submission, damn.
Yeah, that he had a flawless first round. That was a beautiful first round by him. And
so sick.
Yeah, everything he did was right. I don't know if he switched camps maybe as well. I don't remember him being at Extreme Couture, but maybe he's been there the whole time. But I don't remember him being with Eric Nixick. The Manel fight was
I was just replaying the knockout in my head when we were just talking.
Yeah.
That last hit when he
the uppercut was
underneath, and then he just
like when Horiguchi was like
limp.
I don't know why he was contesting. I was like, what are you doing? Like, dude, I'm just saying, like,
for your health, brother.
I was rooting for you, and that was bad. Like, you went both hands out and then face planted from that. Like, that was the kill shot. I think that was a perfectly good stoppage. Manel, bro, those first 2 rounds though. Like that fight got me like just straight up irritable bowel syndrome.
Yeah, dude. I was like, Manel's not taking this. He just didn't show up tonight. Like he's like,
it just is what it is, you know? Yeah.
But I'm so glad he won. Holy shit. I've been saying that he's like that guy.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's able to put him out.
The thing is, he cannot trust the fact that he can put out every person that's in front of him. Like, it's great to have that confidence, but you can't fight like you have that confidence, if that makes sense. Like, I think his game plan needs to be a little bit better, where he needs to throw more volume.
Yeah.
He needs to just do a little bit more in there. To be fair, Horiguchi, he's so tricky. Like, all of his switch stances, his fake out double legs into, like, uppercuts, and, like, dude, very, like, I said last week that he was very TJ Dillashaw-esque in how he fights. When I watched this fight, I was like, damn, that was spot on, dude.
Yep.
Very, like vintage TJ Dillashaw in there. And, you know, luckily some of the other fighters are going to be a little bit more traditional. You know, if he goes up against like a Pantoja or Josh Van, they're not going to be as laterally gifted as Horiguchi. But, dude, you can't come out flat like that, I think.
100%.
With either one of those fighters. You know, you can't be like, oh, well, don't worry, in the third round, I'll have that touch to put him out. You might, but you might not.
Well, who do you give him next?
I think you have him wait out until the Pantoja Van fight, because that fight should be happening probably at the end of the year, I would assume.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Van gets to call his shots. Looks like they want a superstar. They're going to wait for homeboy Pantoja to be 43 years old and go, it's time. Yeah, where does Horiguchi go from here? Do you think he retires? Do you think you give him...
No, I mean, I think that he was winning that fight until he wasn't winning that fight.
Very competitive.
It's not like he was like old man and we're like, oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Like, you know, every dog has his day and like we're going to old yell at him in the back, if so to speak. You know, like goodbye to your career. I mean, I think he's still that guy that can hold the belt. I mean, who's in the top 15 that he can like competitively go up against? I mean, I think that
everyone.
He's in like a weird position where I think anyone lower than like the top 5, you can't give him because he's just gonna like style on them essentially. Like what? Like Brendan Royval? I mean, I think he beats Brendan Royval pretty convincingly.
Yeah.
You know, him versus Moreno. What kind of Moreno are we getting? If we're getting vintage Moreno, then I think that's a very interesting and competitive fight.
That might be the next fight.
That might be the next fight. That would
Who
be
just called out Moreno?
Raposo, but he's not even ranked. Like, stop,
dude. Raposo versus Brandon Moreno. Also, I told you guys that Raposo was gonna win.
You're like, we almost glossed over that.
I totally forgot about that, guys. Get on the train. He's here. Like, dude,
he's got some fucking fast hands too,
bro. Everyone was sleeping on him, dude. I'm telling you, dude.
I was sleeping on him, to be fair. No, I thought
you know who wasn't.
Yeah. I mean, I just didn't know if you're colored because you are a fanboy of his.
No, I was watching his fights. I'm like, dude, like Mitch is so fat. Everything I said happened. I was narrating. I was like, yeah, man, his grappling, whatever. I was like, now we're gonna see that defensive grappling I was mentioning. Defensive grappling happened. I was like, yes, sir. And I was like, now we're gonna see this. What's it called? How fast his hands are, dude. He's in and then he's out. Fucking Houdini. I love watching him strike, dude. Such a great fighter.
Yeah. So I mean, I think you need to give him someone top 15, then he can go to Moreno.
What do you give him?
I mean, if Charles Johnson loses, I'll give him Charles Johnson.
Whoever loses Asu Charles one?
Yeah, I'll give him that. That would be an interesting fight.
That is interesting.
And then he can move up from there. Yeah, I think Brandon Moreno versus Horiguchi would be a great fight. I would really like that fight.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, what the fuck is Brandon Moreno doing?
All right, before we get into this week's fight picks, we are going live on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube this Saturday. We're going to be reacting and live betting on each fight. So whether we win big or lose big, you don't want to miss it.
First fight up is Tahir Abdullayev versus Jefferson Nascimento. Who you got?
I have Jefferson for this fight. I just feel like Jefferson's a more complete fighter. Tahir has a lot of holes in his striking game plan. He's going to get stuck in the mud. He throws naked kicks. He gets caught off of the naked kicks as well. With a right hand, a hook, anything with the hands. He throws that naked kick, keeps his chin wide. I could definitely see him getting caught. Jefferson isn't always hunting for finishes, but as soon as that finish presents itself, he's definitely going to jump on that, and he's going to go ahead and go for the finish.
I have Tahir to win this. Watching both fighters, I think that Tahir has consistently fought higher levels of competition. Like, watching some of his fights, he's fighting people that, like, I mean, they're coming out of the same circuit as all these other Russian fighters and stuff like that. So it's like they're just getting better and better because of that. I'm watching some of these Nascimento fights, and it's like in like a backyard of someone's house, I swear. Like, there's like 4 people there. Like, it's super weird.
I mean, Masvidal was fighting out in the backyard of people's houses.
That's true. I mean, that's a fair point. I mean, I just think that Jefferson's ground game isn't as good as Tahir's as well. Like, you're going to have Tahir with his traditional Sambo type of fight game. I was watching Jefferson do his IBJJF competitions, and he kind of it seems like he's like a leg locker. I just don't think that's going to work against someone like Tahir, where he can force it to just be like top pressure heavy, and he'll be able to escape those situations pretty easily. And I think that with his wrestling and then also with his higher levels of competition that he's faced, I think that he'll be able to edge out this win.
All right, do you think it's going to finish, or how you want to do this?
Yeah, I think that it probably won't go to decision.
Because I just feel like Jefferson, he can definitely catch to here.
I mean, if it stays on the feet, I definitely think that he has the ability to crack and he can use his angles and stuff like that. But if it does get to the ground, I think that he just loses most likely just by decision. So that's where like the crux of this is. I mean, we could do Jefferson. I'm like, this is a toss-up fight for me. I just feel
this
like
is my lock of the week.
I feel like to hear like I can definitely see him winning by controlling the pace and controlling the ground game, things like that. I can see Jefferson just cracking him with a fucking shot and putting him out. I could see them both just staring into each other's eyes lovingly, and they just get
Striker
to like
versus
a weird
grappler. I don't think it's going to happen like that. You know what I mean? I think one of them's going to have to get their game plan going. They're starting off the card, so they're opening the card up. Usually they start the cards off with someone who's going to have high level striking or grappling to show a very dominant opening fight.
Yeah. I think also it being in Azerbaijan, I think that's an advantage for Tahir just because of the time difference that he doesn't have to try to transition to. So I think that's going to play a huge factor where, I mean, Jefferson might come out flat because he's not getting good sleep because he's trying to adjust to that time difference. But I mean, I can also see Jefferson just being that guy, man. Like, I just haven't seen Jefferson face competition where I'm like, okay, I can have like a proper litmus of how good he is versus I've seen like when Tahir's going up against people in Russia, I can tell that these Russian fighters are like high level fighters. Like, I feel like Jefferson, he fights a lot of people that when they get rushed or anything like that, they just like throw their hands out and they try to circle away and things like that. Versus like Tahir doesn't fight that kind of competition.
Yeah.
That's my only question mark with this fight. If I saw Jefferson against someone that was a little bit more competent and I just see him fucking crack him, I'd be like, okay, like I'd be a little bit more confident with Jefferson. He just seems like so unknown.
Okay.
So, I mean,
you want to go the over?
we can do the over.
All right, we can do the over. I don't care.
That's spicy.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if Jefferson cracks that ass,
That'd be crazy. Just knocks the fucking chin strap right off him.
you never know.
I never know. Next fight up is Bekzit Almakan versus Jean Matsumoto. Who you got?
I don't think we're agreeing on this one. I have Jean Matsumoto for this one. I think Jean's grappling is going to be way too much for Bekzit. He's going to come out, he's going to grapple with him for 3 rounds, and he's either going to try to get the submission or he's going to decision it. And I think that Bekzit could definitely get it done because he has 10 knockouts. Really good. He can crack. So if you had him, I mean, we could definitely go with him. But I think the Matsumoto has way better grappling and is going to just grind this out to a decision, or he's going to submit him. So
I honestly feel more confident about this Bekzit money line versus the first one. So if you wanted us to take Nascimento, I will be more than happy for us to do Amakan.
okay, so we'll take Jefferson and we'll take Bekzit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because, I don't know, like, I know MMA math isn't everything before anyone's like, oh, dude, what are you talking about? But, like, look at Jean Matsumoto versus Brad Katona. Goes to a decision, pretty boring fight, if you ask me. But then you watch Bekzit fight Brad Katona, and he knocks him out.
First round.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Uppercut.
fucking sweet, too. But look at the competition that Jean Matsumoto has lost to versus the competition that Bekzit lost to. Bekzit lost to Alexander Topuria. I'm assuming that guy's a fucking scrub, you know, from what everyone's saying about Topuria, you know. And then you also have Umar Nurmagomedov, whoever the hell that guy is. Look at who Jean Matsumoto's lost to. He lost to Farid Basharat, which was a very...
But he's an undefeated fighter.
He is an undefeated fighter.
For now. Until Ethan beats him. And he's a decision merchant. That's just what he does.
Yeah.
So,
but he played into that game. So
that's what everyone does, though. Everyone plays into his game.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I mean, I wasn't impressed with that outing. I mean, Bekzit had some moments against Alexander Topuria where I was like, oh, this might change. But then like third round happened. I was like, okay, never mind. I take that back. And then Umar is Umar.
The problem with Bekzit, though, is that he is such a small 135er.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like the grappling, he's just gonna ragdoll him.
I think Matsumoto is a kind of small fighter too, if I'm not mistaken. right?
I think he's just a normal 135er. I just feel like Homeboy walks around at 136 and cuts down to 135. You know what I mean? Like, I think that guy walks around 125 and then fights at 135.
He bulks, tries to bulk to get to 135. That's funny as fuck. So Bexit is gonna be 5'7". Matsumoto is 5'6".
Not height wise. That's what I'm talking about.
Reach is gonna be 68 inches
Talking
versus
about
16.
thickness. How thick they look.
Oh, they're thick boys.
No. I'm saying that Bexit is very thin. He looks like
Yeah, I got you. I mean, I just don't see Matsumoto getting his exchanges that he wants off. Like, I don't think that he's going to be...
I don't think he's getting exchanges off. I think he's grappling.
Well, I know. He's going to try to get into clinching. I don't think he's like a guy that blasts double legs. He's not really like a wrestling...
No, yeah, he's going to be very
yeah.
grindy against the cage and then take him to the
Yeah,
ground.
I don't think he gets to that spot, though.
Okay.
I think
We're
that...
taking Bexit, man.
Yeah. I know. I have to convince you guys, too. Okay.
They're like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going Matsumoto.
Yeah, I just think that Almakan's the more explosive fighter. Long story short.
Definitely not going to disagree on that.
Yeah. Next fight up is Daniil Donchenko versus Theodore Berggren. Who you got?
I have Daniil Donchenko for this one. I think he's going to be an absolute monster out there. But I really like Theodore. I can't wait to see Theodore like fight again after he loses to Daniil. Theodore has really crisp striking, and I'm really excited to see his striking against anyone other than Daniil. Daniil is, I mean, he comes from a war-torn country. Watching him on The Ultimate Fighter, he just digs deep. Oh, man, he just gets the dog in him. He just knocks people around the octagon. He could go to the ground. He could stay striking. He could go wherever he wants to go, and he can get it done. I think it's going to be a knockout. Daniil goes and blasts that tank from bell to bell. Just a dog. If he gets hurt, he just comes back twice as hard. And I just have Daniil moneyline.
Thank God we finally agree on something. I have Daniil to win this money line. Daniil Donchenko has been on an absolute tear lately. His style is just terrifying. Just constant pressure and just aggression with his striking. Like, he is out there to hurt. I mean, I don't really know too much about Theodore, but I mean, I've seen some of his highlight clips. He does have really good striking. I just don't think that Daniil is a proper fighter to take on short notice. Like, that's a rough one to have. You know, I do appreciate the fact that we get to see Daniil Donchenko, so thank you for him for stepping up to do this fight on short notice. But I mean, you could have definitely said no. I mean, that's an absolute tough matchup to go up against with anyone, in my opinion. And I think that this is going to end with Daniil raising his hand. Dude, your actual boy, Con Offley versus Javier Reyes, your other boy. Who you got?
Well, I definitely don't have Javier Reyes, tell you that much. I have Con Offley to win this. Javier, all he does is he throws that double. I'm going to say it again. I said it in the last video. He throws that double jab cross, and he just does that over and over and over. It's such a boring spam that he does. Oh my God. Such a boring fighter. But we have our boy, Con Offley. I think he's going to take it. We have seen Con get hurt in the past, though. Makes me very nervous. If he gets caught with that right hand, he will go down to the ground. Guys, don't be alarmed. He's a great grappler. He's going to come in. He's as soon as he gets hurt, he's going to shoot for that leg, and he's going to turn a grappling exchange, and he's going to win. I know Con didn't win his last fight, but they gave it to him anyways. He has to redeem himself. I get it, guys. He's going to do it. He's going to get it done, I promise.
Joe?
What?
I have Con Offley.
Dude, I mean, if you had Javier, I would understand. I would get it. I'd get it.
No, 100%. You wouldn't get it because I am both. I'm tainted because I am such a huge Con Offley fan ever since The Ultimate Fighter, but I'm also a non-fan of Javier Reyes. I think that people are just way too high on him for some reason. Like, he's good. Don't get me wrong. He's a good fighter. He should 100% be in the UFC.
You think he's good?
Yeah, I mean, he's good. He's good enough to be in the UFC.
I mean, he's winning. I guess.
He's good enough to be in the UFC. I'll give him that.
I guess.
Yeah, I think that he would have lost his last fight if Herb Dean didn't have money on it to get stopped in the first round. That was a crazy, crazy stoppage, in my opinion. Douglas Silva. I mean, he was hurt in that first round as well against Douglas. I think that Con Offley has just as much power in his hands and his kicks. I think he's a little bit more well-rounded than Douglas as well. He can definitely blast double legs, and like he has a lot of different threats that Javier Reyes is going to have to think about. He can definitely grind it to a decision. I think Offley has really good ground game though. Like if he gets Javier Reyes to the ground, I think Javier Reyes might get submitted. That's how confident I am in Conor Offley's abilities on the ground. So Conor Offley's losses, I think, have aged really well. So he lost to Naimov, which Naimov, he beat Nathaniel Wood. I'm pretty high on Nathaniel Wood. I think he's a really good fighter. So that shows how good Naimov is. And if Conor Offley lost to Naimov, I think that's not a terrible loss. Also, he lost to Myron Santos. And Myron Santos has been just on an absolute fucking tear.
And he hits like a fucking truck.
Yeah, dude, that guy, like, he's putting everyone on notice right now.
And for Conor Offley, a guy who gets clipped in every fight, always goes down on the ground and then has to recover. That's just what he's used to.
Yeah.
For him to get put out completely, I mean, that just shows you how hard Myron actually gets, he hits people.
I think this is a very close fight because, I mean, if Javier Reyes does decide to just spam the double jab cross and like he just clips homeboy, I mean, Offley might go out and then we're like looking like a bunch of idiots.
If he gets put out with the double jab cross, do we look like idiots or do we look like we called out what he's going to do?
That's true. That's true.
Just saying.
But I mean, that could happen. I don't see that happening. I think Conor Offley is a very cerebral fighter. I think he watches a lot of footage and he knows that's all he has pretty much.
I think he watches MMA mathletes. I think he follows them.
I don't know. It would be a pretty tough loss for him to take, though, to lose against a Zumba instructor. So, I mean, hopefully Conor Offley can just show us right and he gets this win. Next fight up is Nursulton Ruziboev versus Andrey Pulayev. Who you got?
I have Nursulton on this. Pulayev has fallen short on every single hard fighter that the UFC has put in front of him. Nursulton is 32 years old. He's getting to his prime, and he's a very dangerous fighter. This is a perfect setup for Pulayev to lose. Pulayev didn't really impress me in any of his fights so far. He survived his last fight until decision. I don't know, man. Like Nursulton, he's only lost to Joaquin Buckley since being in the UFC. I just don't think there's anything that Pulayev can do because Nursulton is just faster, stronger, more IQ, just everything. He's just going to be way outmatched in this fight, and I think Nursulton takes it easily.
Well, this is my lock of the week, Joe. I have Ruziboev by decision. Okay. The thing is a very close fight, but I think
so?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a close fight because Pulayev, like, hear me out. Ruziboev, he's 2-1 in the UFC. The only loss, as you said, was against Joaquin Buckley. Pulayev is 1-2. His two losses are coming from CLD, which Joe's the biggest fan for. And then
I'm the biggest fan for betting purposes. Continue.
Okay. And then Atiba Gautier. And he brought Atiba Gautier to decision.
Yo.
Okay.
Asterisks.
Okay.
Not based on skill, based on how good he is at running. He was getting dropped every 2 seconds. He was running away. He wasn't showing anything good.
Okay.
Asterisks.
I'm agreeing.
I'm agreeing.
His Klein fight, I mean, that was an impressive win, but it's kind of asterisk because he was getting dusted pretty much that entire fight. Then he threw that body kick, and that body kick just landed in the proper spot, and then he got that win.
I was going to say asterisks.
Yeah,
asterisks.
I got you, dude. I'm not
keeping you in check, dude.
I try to be as objective as possible,
dude. You my cabron.
But like Ruziboev, he's been going to decision. Pulayev's been going to decision. I mean, Ruziboev can definitely crack him potentially and put him out. I just think that Pulayev is just going to kind of circle out and he's going to just kind of make this a
cat and mouse game.
Yeah, cat and mouse game. And I don't think he's going to get into a position where he just lands a kill shot. I think he's just going to keep on circling out. And then it's just before you know it, the fight's over. And then Ruziboev ultimately wins by unanimous
That's crazy.
decision.
I actually think that he's going to knock him out.
Really?
Yeah. When he's circling, I feel like Ruziboev is so good at staying on your ass. Way better footwork than Atiba. And I think that he's good at like cutting off the cage better. And I think he's going to get him in a kill box and he's going to do some real damage. But decision.
Okay. I mean, for the perfect parlay, we both have Ruziboev, so.
For the spicy parlay, we might be doing a little knockout action in there, though.
It's just difficult because the next fight would be my lock of the week. Oh. But the problem is that, I mean, this is such low hanging fruit.
Yeah, this is bad.
Yeah,
dude, this gets Andrey Limud.
Oh, there's no way.
Imagine.
There's no way in this world.
He's got to be minus 1,800 or some shit.
At least. So we got Abdul-Rakhman Yakayev versus Julius Walker. I can say what you're going to say as well.
Orange Julius.
Yeah, Orange Julius is going to go to sleep, dude. Yakayev, he's taking this fight, right?
Yeah, I have Abdul on this one. I think he's going to, I mean, we've just seen it. He has the knockouts. He has the submissions. None of his fights are going the distance except for one. One fight in his career so far has gone the distance. In the last fight we saw with Julius got gassed. He throws really like looping shots. Grappling's all right. Striking's all right. He has some power. I don't think he's like standard. He's like a stock fighter that you start out with in a video game. He's just like a balanced fighter in that division. I don't see him beating him. I don't see him causing any threat. I don't see anything. The real question is are we going to see a submission or are we going to see a knockout? It's going to be a finish. It's going in the rounds.
Yeah, it's probably going to be in the first round. I mean, you got to think. I think that Brenson Ribeiro is a much better fighter than Julius Walker. I think if they fought, first of all, it would be more competitive. But at the same time, not really, because I think that Brenson just puts out Julius Walker with little to no ease.
So if you think he gets knocked out, you think this one ends in a knockout or submission? How do you think it's getting done?
That's the problem, right? Like, I think that if he hits clean shots and puts him out straight out, he can definitely do that. But I think if he fucking knocks him and it becomes an exchange where it ends up on the ground, I think that Yakayev just ends up submitting him because he just has that knowledge.
So you think that... I think submissions, 75% chance he submits him.
Yeah, I think it's going to be submission.
I have it the same way because he's not going to sit there and try to ground and pound him. He's going to try to submit him.
Exactly. Because, I mean, yeah, you're inflicting damage and shit like that. But the problem is if you miss...
He wants it done.
Yeah, you want it done.
Smart fighting. I love that fighting.
Yeah.
He tries to get it. He's not paid by the minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here?
100%.
Love that fighting style.
Yeah. I mean, I have a whole bunch of other notes, but I mean...
That sums it up.
I mean, yeah, we don't need to go into this, right? Next fight up is Farman Hassanov versus Eric Nolan. Who you got?
I have Farman on this one. Eric has pretty good boxing. The problem with him that he's going to run into constantly in the UFC, he has no sense of urgency. Every fight he's in, he's like laxy-daisy. He's trying to wait for his shots. I mean, we saw it in the Susakayev fight. He's like, okay, cool. I'm going to try to do my double jab cross. I'm going to try to do this. But when Susakayev was doing the double jab cross, it was money. He was throwing double jab cross, eventually gets into like these grappling exchanges. I think that we're going to see almost an identical fight. This is going to be Farman's plan. Like almost to the T, it's going to be the exact same thing that we saw against Susakayev. Except for the only thing is Susakayev likes to play with his food the entire fight. And I don't think Farman's going to do that. I think Farman's going to come out. He's going to handle business. And I think it's going to end the exact same way. And this is actually my lock of the week. I have Farman by TKO. He's going to be the first person to TKO Eric.
That's crazy. Well, fuck what I have to say, right? I have Eric Nolan. The reason why Susakayev's shots were money and Eric's weren't is because he was fighting in a different weight class. He's fought welterweight his entire career, takes a short-nosed fight against Susakayev at 185, and, you know, is what it is. Like, that just happened. Susakayev's a really good fighter, too. I don't think that Farman is even close to Susakayev's level. I think that Nolan, when he lands his shots, he is so explosive. He has some sick-ass knockouts. His highlights are pretty fucking sweet. Being back at his normal weight class, I think he's going to be more explosive. He's going to have more pep in his step. I think he's going to have a little bit better overall movement. He seemed a little slow in the Susakayev fight. It was also his debut as well, you know, against a guy that everyone thought that he was going to lose to. So maybe that would just kind of wilted him a little bit. My biggest concern with this fight is that it is in Azerbaijan and Hassanov is from Azerbaijan. So it's like that he's got the hometown crowd with him. But besides that, I think that Nolan has enough grappling. He has enough of everything to really just have a complete fight in this. But I guess we're going with your boy, Farman.
First time TKO, baby.
You know, when you reach, you got to reach for the stars.
Also, the game plan remains the same. If you can't defend a double jab cross, you can't defend a double jab cross. is what it is. He just goes straight back and he gets blinded by the double jab, gets hit with the cross. It just is what it is.
You're at the copium.
I'm like, dude.
Before you guys come at me. Yeah. All right. Next fight up is Abus Magomedov versus Michel Oleksiejczuk. Who you got?
All right. So I have Abus in this. Do you have the other guy?
No.
Okay. I have Abus in this.
Joe, how dare you?
I just thought maybe because
We stick to the rules.
we're opposite.
We don't bet on the fight nerds. Read it with me.
Is he a fight nerd?
He is a fight nerd.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's rule number 1.
Anyways, back to what I was saying. I have Abus to win this. This is gonna be very similar to the Shara fight. Fight's very similar. That like kickboxer, like constant jumping up and down. I'm gonna go. You're gonna go. I'm gonna go. You're gonna go. And he's gonna kick a lot. And you always kick with the boxer and you box with the kicker. That's just what you do. And we saw in the Shara fight, he was not dealing with the kicks very well. And it's gonna be the same thing here. One thing I do hope he takes into this that Shara was crushing was the knees. On the way in, his knees were destroying Michel every time. So if he can incorporate those knees, I definitely think it's going to happen. I mean, look at the guys that Abus has lost to. They're all killers. I mean, former champs and just people that are just
Current champs.
current champs, you know? So I don't know, man. I just think that Abus takes this and it's going to be an easy night for him.
Yeah. I mean, I think that there's too many paths of victory for Abus, and there's only one path of victory.
Imagine he gets a submission.
He can.
I know, but imagine he gets one.
I'd be very happy.
When was the last time? I think he only has one submission in the UFC.
Oh, really? He has 7 submissions altogether in his career.
He just stops submitting people.
Yeah.
I think he has one submission, one knockout.
Yeah. I mean, people might look to the last fight against Joe Pyfer and be like, oh, well, he got submitted there. Yeah, that's also Joe Pyfer. Joe Pyfer is like, he's got actually really good ground game, believe it or not. Michel's only path of victory, though, is to land something huge. That's literally the only thing he can do in this fight. So, I mean, can he land something huge? Definitely could. But, like, look at the Sean Strickland fight. Abus didn't get knocked out by Sean Strickland by, like, a clean shot. It was just, like, getting melted.
Him, yeah.
You know, just the classic Sean Strickland way. I don't think Michel is going to fight like that. I don't think he'll ever have that fighting style. I think that Abus, he's just a more complete fighter. I think he can knock out Michel. I think he can submit Michel. I think he can take it to decision and beat Michel that way.
I believe the cage is a normal size cage as well, correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
So this also is different because when Sean fought him, Abus's style is very much running, hitting, kind of like an Natalia Silva kind of, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't favor him if he's in a smaller octagon. There's going to be a real octagon that he's in it, like a 30-foot octagon. So his ability to move isn't going to be limited at all.
Yeah. And like, I just think that Michel, he just, you know, he'll be dangerous in the first round. Then he gets tired and then he just throws one shot at a time. And he's going to hope to be on the cage and try to like, I don't know. He doesn't know how to cut off the cage to save his life either. Like we saw that against Marc-Andre Barrel. I mean, that's the fight that kind of made me not a fan of Oleksiejczuk. Like the fact that he could have put out Barrel, but he decided to take it to decision is just crazy to me. Like, oh, you just don't want to move up the division. The division is way too competitive for you to not get
finishes.
Yeah, finishes. It's all about the finishes, baby. That's how you make money.
It's all about the finishes, baby.
Like seriously, you know, like that's where people get the money contracts. That's when the people get sponsorships. That's when all that stuff happens for you. So, I mean, you not hunting for that, I don't know. It leaves a little sour taste in my mouth. So, I mean, I definitely have Abus in this, though.
Every time that we agree, you get one of those because I'm tired of you not agreeing with me.
I'm worried about this one. We might not agree on this one.
We're not going to agree on this one. I can already tell you.
Next fight up is Brunno Ferreira versus Ikram Aliskerov. Who you got?
I have Brunno Ferreira on this. I think he's gonna knock him out. I just think it is what it is. When he touches you, you go to sleep. I think he's gonna touch him with like a left hook, and he's either gonna shut his lights off, or he's gonna knock him to the ground, and then he's gonna finish him on the ground with like hammer fist, just striking with him, TKO style. Brunno is coming off a pretty nasty knockout against RoboCop, but that's RoboCop. If you think Ikram is like RoboCop, then you're crazy. Ikram is like notorious for throwing naked calf kicks. He throws naked calf kicks and he stands in front of you completely square. That left hand or right hand, I don't care. That's coming around the you know? I think Bruno's going to knock his ass out. I would say first or second round. It's going to be over. He's going to be back on the horse, and he's going to be going all the way back up. And maybe we see a third fight with him and RoboCop. I mean, just saying. But RoboCop's going to be like, what, 65 at that time? So he might retire. I don't know, man. I just think Brunno's going to take this one.
Well, Joe, I have Brunno Ferreira to win this.
No, you don't. Do you really?
100%.
You know what it is, too? Is Whitaker, when he started the downfall of him and then eventually finished him with an uppercut, he didn't hit him with anything crazy. He just hit him on the way in. The thing with Ikram is Ikram likes to come in and then throw. Instead of like throwing on the way in, he comes in and then throws. So because he does that, he's more susceptible to guys meeting him in the middle. And this is like a tell, crack. And then he's going to get hit by Brunno. He's going to bed.
A lot of his fights that he has success on are with fighters that don't fully commit to shots.
My energy versus your energy on this is going to look so funny on the short form. I'm just telling you.
I mean, you're just excited to be here.
I'm just saying. I'm just happy to be here, man.
Yeah, so, I mean, this is going to be a close fight because it either goes first round finish by Brunno Ferreira or it's going to be a decision most likely by Ikram because of where they're at. Like, that's just how it is. The big thing about Ikram is that when you watch his fights that he wins, it's against guys that don't fully commit on their shots. They're just kind of peppering and they just kind of throw some shit, whatever. Like, look at the Robert Whitaker fight. When he fought him, Robert Whitaker was fully committing to his shots. And when he was doing that, he was landing huge damage.
The Robert Whitaker fight was pretty much like the beginning of us actually placing money on fights.
That was the first meaningful
win. We placed an actual good parlay, and we're going back and forth for a minute, and I was like, Sean, we have to take Robert Whitaker. We can take any fighters you want. We have to take Robert Whitaker. He's getting it done. And because Ikram at the time he was supposed to be like the next big boogeyman. I was like, Sean, I'm telling you, he's going to lose. And so Sean's like, all right, man. And we did it. And Sean picked the other fighters, and I picked that guy. That one guy.
Yeah, the other guy he lost to was some scrub named Hamzat Shemaev. And he also lost to him in an uppercut. But also, look at how Hamzat fights. When he throws shots, what does he do? He fully commits to his combos.
Dude.
Every single time.
How sick was that uppercut, though? Jink.
Oh, yeah, dude. Fucking
goes on the outside,
filthy.
Throws the uppercut.
Dude, he's so good, man. I'm so excited to see him fight next just because he's going to level up that much more.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be very interesting.
And I'm telling you, dude, every time someone loses that's like him, I mean, we just like him even more.
Oh, 100%. Like, I wasn't much of a fan of Hamzat. I'm going to definitely be a fan of Hamzat right now.
Big fan.
Yeah, like, I know for a fact it's going to be like, okay, that ego of the goose egg is off. Now I'm like, okay, he's a cool dude. Like, he's going to be fucking sick.
Yeah. I want to see him. I know he's having trouble with weight and stuff like that, but it just is a shame because I want him to beat the dog shit out of Ian Gary.
Oh, my God. Oh,
I know. That's so
the dream.
annoying.
That's honestly the dream.
That is the dream.
Like, oh, my gosh. All right, we're getting a little off topic. But Brunno Ferreira, if there's one thing that he's really good at as well, is he just throws that rear hand with absolute authority. And I think you're absolutely right. Homeboy, I don't know why. He has the weirdest calf kicks ever. He leaves himself so exposed. He's like, bring on the pain.
That's almost, dude, I thought you were him for a second.
Yeah.
That's what he looks like.
100%, dude.
Yeah. And then,
it's super weird.
And then he gets stoned and he literally just like floats up like a little angel.
Yeah.
When he gets just knocked the fuck out by Brunno.
It's pretty much. And I think that Brunno is at least cognizant enough that he's going to be like, okay, I just need to step into this calf kick and just throw the 2-3. That's all I need to do. The 2-5, I'm here for it. The 2.
Another uppercut knockout.
Dude, hear me out, Joe. 2 reload, 6-3.
Dude.
Imagine that actually happens.
Crazy.
Then we can be 2 oracles except for just 1. Next fight up is Asu Almabayev versus Charles Johnson. Who you got?
I have Asu on this one. His grappling is so good for MMA. He's very good at getting you in exchanges, bailing if he doesn't have it, and getting straight back to striking right away. And I think that's a big thing that people are missing. They're either grappling, and then whenever it doesn't work out, they try to shove off with like a naked shove, or they just keep going on something they don't have. I think he's really good at understanding if he has something or he doesn't have something. I mean, he just beat Alex Perez. Alex Perez just beat Charles Johnson. I mean, I think that what we could see is I don't think it's going to be a submission because neither guy has been submitted in the UFC. That would be a crazy, spicy parlay. But I definitely have Asu to take this. And Asu has only lost to who? Manel Kopp, who just won tonight. So just saying.
Well, Joe, I also have Asu.
No way, really?
100%, dude.
What?
Can't have Charles Johnson.
But Charles Johnson just won his last fight.
He's on a 2-fight losing streak, a 3-fight losing streak.
He just won his last fight.
Stop it.
He just won his last fight.
Stop it.
Dude, he just won his
Give
last
Brunno
fight.
Silva his flowers. He won that fight. He got robbed. It is what it is. We move on.
Dude.
If he fights that same exact fight that he did, where he's just on the outside and he's against the cage and he's trying to pick off shots against Asu is going to fucking melt him. Absolutely. There's not going to be a chance in hell that Charles Johnson even wins that fight. No offense. Respectfully, I love Charles Johnson, but he cannot be against the cage at any point because that's exactly where Asu wants you to be. Because he wants it to be as grimy as possible. He wants to throw that 1-2. Then he wants to try to get into that single leg. Doesn't have the single leg. He's going to go into the clinch exchange.
That's what I'm saying.
He's going to throw knees. He's going to get back out. It's like he just thinks about that. And he is so good. Like, if you watch some of these fighters, they have like two different brains sometimes. Like the lower tier fighters, where it's like, okay, I am a striker. Okay, I am now a grappler. So I'm going to switch over to the brain of grappling. And then, okay, we're no longer doing that. Now I have to switch over. That's not like that with Asu. Asu, everything is MMA. Everything is in one cohesive brain thought process. Then he is just going to be an absolute pest. And I think that he just melts him for 3 rounds. I think it goes to decision. I don't think he's going to try to get any crazy submission and I don't think he has really necessarily the power to put out Charles Johnson. I don't think he's going to be able to do that on the feet. Maybe he gets like a, TKO by ground and pound.
I can see decision.
I can see him either submission or decision.
It'd be crazy if he submitted him because neither guy have been submitted.
Yeah.
They both are killers on the ground.
Yeah. So, I mean,
that'd be so spicy. So I think that if you had to do one, I think decision makes sense. But I mean, we're agreeing on this. So Asu,
100%, dude.
Get one of them bad bitches right there.
Next fight up is Nazim Sadykhov versus Matheus Camilo. Who you got?
I have Sadykhov on this. I think he's fought way better opponents. He fought Free Ziam when he was actually Free Ziam, before he got fraud checked. Honestly, I think that Nazim lost that fight because he was having such a hard time with the distance. He couldn't get into Freese's range at all. He couldn't touch him because Freese is so long. So he just kept on keeping him at bay. We're not going to have that here. We're going to have an equal fight where these guys can touch each other the whole time. Pause. Where these guys are going to be able to tag each other the entire time. I think that Sadykhov has a way more overall better game plan for this to win. So I think Sadykhov's going to win.
Tough loss for Nazim against Free Ziam.
Tough loss.
I mean,
you're the one that put me on Sadykhov.
Yeah, dude, Sadykhov, when he's on, he's on. That Nicholas Motto fight in Azerbaijan, that was a sick ass fight. I think it ended up being fight of the night. I picked him in that Faris fight, but Ziam, he was actually making adjustments. He did what was called listen to your corner as well.
What's that?
I don't know. You should ask him. He probably doesn't know the answer either. So I have Sadykhov to win this. I'm going to ride with him. I think he's coached out of a better camp. I believe in Syndicate. I believe in Ray Longo. I think that their pairing hasn't really failed them that much before. We have 2 world champions because of that, in Aljamain Sterling and in Merab Dvalishvili. I think that there's so many different ways for him to even win. I think that he can outstrike him. I think he can outgrapple him. I think he could potentially even submit him. And I think that he can win by decision. In that Ziam fight, Ziam had like a aggressive reach advantage against him, like noticeable. He looked like another human being bigger than Sadykhov in that fight. He's not going to have to deal with that with Matheus. I think that he's fought way better opponents. I mean, he's knocked out better opponents. I think Mata's like a pretty comparable comparison to Camilo. I think that he knocked him out. Terrence McKinney, he submitted Terrence McKinney. I think Terrence McKinney has better ground game than Matheus has.
I think he's a much more dangerous fighter in general.
Yeah,
overall.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is going to be a great rebounding fight for Nazim. And on top of it, I mean, I think that being in Azerbaijan is going to be a huge boost for him as well.
Next up is the co-main event.
Yes, sir. All right, next fight up, we have Michel Pereira versus Shara Magomedov. Who you got?
I have Shara on this. He is a sniper. Michel, he's very, very inactive. He's just very explosive, and then he just chills, and then he chills, and then he chills. And he's very explosive. He's super explosive early, but then he fades extremely hard. You can't do it against Shara. Shara loves putting people out. He loves to keep the pace high. He loves that in and out style. I think Shara is going to probably knock him out, to be fair.
I have Shara as well. I'm just not impressed with Michel Pereira's 185 showings. I mean, he's won 4 times. Look at the fights that he's won. He fought Andrey Petroski, beat Andrey Petroski. At this point, apparently, that's just a free win for everyone. Like, no offense. Like, he's just getting ran on right now. Michel Oleksiejczuk, I mean, that's it. Again, I'm not super high on Michel either.
I mean, he's all right.
Yeah, I mean, he's all right. I mean, Ihor Pereira, I don't even know if he's in the UFC anymore. And then Zachary Reese, where Zachary Reese definitely won that fight. I don't care what anyone says. I think Shara handily beats all those guys.
I mean, if you look at just who Shara's lost against, he's only lost 1 fight, and that's against Michael Page.
And Michael Page is Michael Page. He
outpointed him.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
It. He didn't beat his ass. He outpointed him.
Yeah, but look at before the Reese win. He was on a 3-fight losing skid. I mean, Abus Magomedov, dog.
Point fighting, though.
Yeah.
Like, he's not really like, I'm going to crush you in the UFC.
Yeah, but you know who does crush people in the UFC? Anthony Hernandez melted him.
TKO'd him.
Absolutely dismantled him for like about 4 rounds and then actually put him out. And then Kyle Dawkins, who clipped him. I'm just saying.
But you know, Kyle Dawkins does have those hands because he's such a good boxer.
I mean, he showed it that night when he clipped him.
Remember when he got knocked out by Bo Nickel?
Yeah.
What were you saying?
I forgot that Bo Nickel's like your fucking favorite fighter. It fucking annoys me because I'm just like, when people ask me at work, I'm like, they're like, oh, Joe's like a huge fan of UFC, right? And I'm like, yeah, his favorite fighter, I fucking can't remember. Simply, Shara's faced better competition, and I think he's simply the better fighter. Next fight up, we have the main event. We have Rafael Fiziev versus Manuel Torres.
I have Manuel Torres on this one. He's very, very sneaky with his power. He's sneaky with his strikes, too. Dangerous combination. Pretty interesting, though. So we have Rafael Fiziev, who beat Bahamundas. Bahamundas beat Torres. Rafael Fiziev beat Bahamundas in Baku, and now they're about to fight in Baku. That's crazy. So if this wins, I mean, does Fiziev just have like aura in Baku? Besides that, though, I think he's only won 1 of his last like 5 fights. Fiziev, before his injury, beats the dog shit out of Torres. After the injury, he just hasn't been the same, honestly. And then also coming off that bad knockout against Rufi, I don't know if he's should be coming back to such a crazy fight. Torres, he puts people to sleep.
Yeah, I really, really want Fiziev to win. He's one of my favorite fighters in the sport. I love watching him when he is on and he's dialed in. That is some fun fighting to watch. I have Manuel Torres to win this. I think that right now he is just in a perfect circuit to try to get into the top 5. I think that he's just on a great winning streak. He's fought some really good guys. He's only lost once in the UFC, as you said, to Ignacio. But Ignacio, man, he fucking hits hard.
How much did he get fraud checked, though?
He got fraud checked a little bit. But the thing is, he was coming in the way he normally comes in. He gets caught.
He was trying to do a ground game, and he was trying to keep it on the ground.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that, bud?
Yeah. And then Fiziev, I mean, I think that's his path to victory is going to be the ground game. Similar to how he beat Bahamundas. I don't know if he's going to be able to get that done because I think Manuel Torres just has too many tools on the way in.
So sneaky.
Yeah.
The elbows, the knees.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything is so sneaky.
His short, close range weapons, that's what the difference between him and Ignacio. Ignacio, when he's in the open, that's where he's at his
lengthy.
best.
Yeah.
He's very lengthy. He gets people at the end of his punches. He throws those sneaky kicks, things like that. And with Fiziev knew that he just needed to close the distance. And in doing so, he neutralized a lot of those weapons, made it more of a grappling fight. And then he won that over 3 rounds. I don't think he gets that done like that against Manuel Torres at this point. I think Manuel Torres is just going to try to get He has so many weapons like elbows, knees, things like that. Very close range weapons that he can use and implement. He's very explosive too. And fun fact, he has only gone out of the first round once in his entire career. It was like his 4th fight in. And besides that, it's only been round 1, whether or not he's won or lost.
Nasty.
Yeah. I mean, I'm also concerned with Fiziev. I don't know if he's fully healthy in this fight. Torres is a difficult fight to come back from that knockout as well. I think that this is the wrong dude. You need like a run it back with Matheus Gamrot, like something like that. This fight is not that fight to come back on. I respect him for taking it.
All right, that's a wrap for this week's Fight Picks. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you enjoy this content, all of our social media is linked in the bio. Be sure to subscribe, cash those tickets, and don't forget, bet smart, fight hard. We'll catch you in the next card.